So the Oklahoma devastation through this tornado is leaving people wondering if there's anything that God had to do with it, whether He caused it or whether He could have stopped it. And now that the rescue and the recovery are in progress, that whether it's worth seeking His help right now. And so I'm saying, like, this is in the Oklahomans and Americans' hands. When you look at the world today, the world is becoming more and more evil. People are inventing all kinds of evil things and so on. For example, as soon as the kids are born, we put them into Halloween. And then while we're now watching them, they're going off to the Ouija board, they're going off trying magic, they're going watching all those shows that have some evil practicing and so on, lifetimes. They're going to psychics, palm reading, they're reading the astrology. I mean, I don't know the percentage of the world or of America that are evil. And how it works is this: when people are righteous, God, protects and He does extra things for them. But when people are refusing Him and choosing evil, and they don't understand that evil is not about fun and about love and enjoyment. It's straight up about killing you, bringing on some serious pain and some real hell. That's what it's about. And so unless folks understand that and walk away from evil, it's going to be unbearable. And what we've seen in Oklahoma is not the ultimate yet. The Bible says that there's come a time of trouble such as never was. Not only political and economic strife, but even environmental sort of revolts. And so we need to understand that and realize that yes, God could protect us from it, because there are people in Oklahoma who are protected by God, and although they might live in the storm area, they might not suffer the type of devastation that others suffered. In the past, in America, we realized that people, even who were tithing, their farms were spared from a lot of things, locusts and other pests and so forth, and the farms around theirs were eaten up. And folks forgot that, and they're going off in this evil, and when things are happening, then they're wondering, where's God? Some of these people don't even know about God. Some streets you will go in America, you talk to somebody about the Bible, you talk to them about Jesus, and they want to know what you're talking about. They've never heard about Jesus, they've never heard about the Bible, they've never seen it, they've never read it, they've never prayed. We live in some serious times. And so I hope that this tornado is not one that can bust us, but one that will help us to question whether we are on the right track, and try to get back with God, because it's only God really loves us and is going to protect us now. It's easy to leave God and go with the devil, but to leave Him to come back, it's bizarre. And American education and experience is so anemic when it comes to religious things. We're going to try to use logic, and we're going to try to use the scientific method to understand God, etc. But that's not the way Satan works. Now, for example, I know in the Caribbean where parents have joined the voodoo. They've gone into certain type of evil practices to get certain, altruistic or with ulterior motives. They want riches, or they want protection, or they want something. And the devil, of course, wants blood. And so they have to promise him some life. And generally they might say, you know what, give me this money and you could kill me, no problem. But a lot of times they're not killed. They become a conduit or an experience where others could die. I recall I was living in a certain place, and this guy, he's practicing this voodoo thing, and he would have me going up the roof to do things and so on. And when I go up on the roof, I'll see the carcass of pigeons and so on. And I'm praying while I'm up there, Lord, don't let me be his sacrifice, because man, you fall off there, the devil will jump up and be so happy to know that, oh yes, he has this guy who can be the ultimate in that sphere sacrifice. But if you can get others to, hey, bingo. You have some people who, have the capacity to kill a bunch of people, Hitler and them, and so on. They start with things that, thousands and millions of people are killed and so on. And that's their little sacrifice they're offering for the opportunity to get into that position where they could make the sacrifices. And ultimately they go. And it's ugly, man. It's ugly when some of these evil people time to die. Oh, there's be bleeding and so forth. But they don't remember God. They don't think about God, because that is beyond the experience. They've been so long without God, they don't even know that God exists again. They don't even want to talk to Him. In fact, the devil won't even allow them to, because what he does is takes them away from the peripheral where they could see the church and Jesus over there, and he takes them away into the crowd of demons so deep that I mean, they're almost drowned in, and you only have 4 minutes to survive in a drowning situation. Maybe give it 10. Some people just come out brain dead after 10 minutes. But it's longer than that. It's a couple of days to walk from the middle of where the devil has taken you to outside, so you will die. So this Oklahoma disaster, don't try to blame God and everything, as is our choices. We are choosing to leave Him. We're choosing the evil that seem to be fun and exciting and bringing us present rewards. Gain the whole world but lose your soul. That thing. So my sympathies goes out to the people in Oklahoma, but listen, we have to turn to God, not necessarily when there are disasters, but this should be our way of life, and He'll protect us from all these kind of stuff.